Greetings everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play BS Zelda Ancient Stone Tablets. Alright, 90s Link is done with Dungeon 1. In this update, we're going to go find Dungeon 2, but before we do that, we're going to collect a bunch of shit. Man, that run is awesome. So anyway, this game actually has a ton of collectibles, especially during this first week's broadcast, because they're trying to pump you up with stuff so that you're ready to go for the later parts of the game. This guy is going to give us all kinds of money. Remember, the BS, the broadcast actually had, they kept track of your points, and rupees is part of that, so there are a lot of hidden money caches everywhere in this game. So, in the spirit of the broadcast, I'm going to be pretty much looking for them everywhere I go. If I miss something, though, I'm sorry. This is, like I mentioned before, my first time actually playing this. Even though I'm familiar with Link to the Past, I'm not familiar with this stuff. Anyway, we use a nifty little Pegasus boots trick to get that piece of hearts. You know, since there's no Rock's Feather here, we can't jump it. Oh my god, it's a minigame! Yes! Oh, well, can't play it now. That's okay, it won't be available till much later in the broadcast. There's something we have to do to trigger that. Anyway, at the bottom of the screen, they're going on about some kind of gold potion now that is available at the Witch's Huts. The Witch's Hut being north of where we are. Even though the overworld is kind of changed a little bit, most of the major landmarks are where they should be. So the Witch's Hut is exactly where you think it is. So now we can go get a gold potion there. It costs 50 rupees. It works just like a blue potion in that it refills your life and your magic, but it's much cheaper. And it also has the added effect of shortening the time that it takes for you to charge your spin attack. So, but it's only good for one day, or one in-game day. So, I mean, its usefulness is not really that. I mean, basically you just gotta look at it as a cheap blue potion. That's all. Lots of hidden money down here. I probably could have waited till much later to get this stuff, because there is a reason to come back to this glade. But I'm not gonna spoil that just yet. That'll have to wait for the next video, actually. We'll be doing something down here. Alright, so, as I've mentioned previously, this game was actually broken up into 4 broadcasts, 4 weeks, each about an hour long. Each of them contain 2 dungeons. Or, if I'm recalling this correctly, contain 2 dungeons. So, once we get through with Dungeon 2 here, we're actually going to be done with everything that we need to do for the broadcast. Now, there are some optional side quests and things that you can do. I'm going to try to do as many of them as I can. Like I said, this is my first time through. It's kind of blind. I am doing practice runs before I do recordings, so it won't look totally idiotic, I hope. And I also have a guide, not a walkthrough guide, but a guide that tells me what happens at what time sometimes so that I don't miss anything cool, so I don't want to miss anything to show off to you guys. Anyway, we're getting a roadblock over there. We actually can't go over to Castle Hyrule during the first week, so we won't be going over there anytime soon. Oh, look at that! We're gonna be getting infinite bombs here in a minute. Sweet! Oh, and it's nice and foggy everywhere. There we go. So yes, this game does have weather effects. It also changes the music, so now we're getting the Lost Woods theme out there. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna buy some of this gold potion. I want to check it out. But oh, no! No, I have to give up Lenny! Oh, God. Jeez, that's a tough decision. You know what? I'll do it. Alright, that's okay. I'm gonna use the gold potion, and then I'll just catch him again. That'll work. Oh, and our infinite arrows have gone away, too. Time is up on the infinite arrows. Oh well, that's okay. They were only really useful. There you go. There's an example of how fast your charge happens now. So you'll know that you have the quick charge because we're gonna have this little gold sparkle on our face pretty much the entire time. Yeah, that's not gonna be annoying at all. Anyway, I'm gonna go back down to check out that Pegasus rock that I missed earlier. You may have seen it on my way up. there is some cool stuff hidden down here. There's actually some pieces of heart that I need to grab. If you don't grab the pieces of heart in the week that you're in, I'm pretty sure they become inaccessible later, so we want to get all the pieces of heart that we can. There's this one here, and then there's another one hidden in a cave in this area as well, but it's in the top right. We have to bomb the shit out of the wall for that to happen. There it is. Almost missed it in the mist there. Very cool. And we've completed a heart container. Very nice. Alright, and 123. The fog has turned into rain. And we now have the pre-game theme. All enemies have become Zoras. Oh my god! So this is actually kind of a dangerous time to be out. The rainstorm is a pretty cool effect. Also on bombs. Apparently it makes it so they can't explode. Yep, that's it. They just kind of puff out. So for some reason, rain makes a bomb not explode. I think it has something to do with water putting out the fire on the wick or something of that sort. Don't even really know. Anyway, Zoras can take 2 hits with arrows. Holy shit. Tough enemy having around. Now, what I'm going to do now is buy some flippers from the King Zora. I waited to do this because if you do it any other time, they cost 300 rupees. But if you do it in the rain, he's feeling it, you know, he's in a good mood. It's raining, you know, it's his time. So, he's going to sell them to us at half price because it's raining. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, this is a rental store. You can't rent videos, but you can rent a level 2 sword or a shovel. You can rent them for 10 minutes for 100 rupees. So I'm not going to do that right now, though, because I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait till I finish the dungeon before I do that. You rent the shovel, he will mark the place of a treasure on your map, and you can go dig it up. If you rent the level 2 sword, you have a level 2 sword for 10 minutes. I probably could have done that if I really wanted to, but we're going to pick up a level 2 sword in week 2 anyway, so, I mean, I'm fine with the level 1 sword for now. It's the beginning of the game. I already got some pretty strong weapons anyway. I have the bow, which is stronger than the sword, you know, as it is already. Always be on the lookout for bombable walls, because money is everywhere, and this guy is no secrets, except to everyone. We are going to be netting over 1,000 rupees here. Yep, there we go. We have hit the quadruple digits already. We're only on video too. One can only imagine how rich we're going to get by the time this is over. Oh good, the seer is down there telling us exactly what I mentioned earlier, that King Zora he's in a good mood. So, the flippers are going to be pretty cheap. You'd think he'd call off his goons, but no dice there. Hey man, what's up? They're way cheaper than they were earlier. Only 150 rupees. Alright, now we can swim everywhere! I'm assuming most of you watching this have already played at least Link to the Past, or have watched the LP, or have played a Zelda game before where you can swim, so I'm not going to get too much into the mechanics of new things when they come up, because I'm going to assume you know what they do, but I will mention briefly what they do. So, the flippers obviously let us swim in water, and that's pretty much it. We can't dive like we can do in other games, but, you know, that's Link to the Past for you. Anyway, Dungeon 2 is right here in this waterfall! Hell yes! Alright, so Dungeon 2 is kind of a swampy dungeon. It's, you know, it's introducing us a little bit to the water dungeon type deal. There's not going to be much swimming in here, though, even though we just got the flippers. The flippers only let us get in here. Anyway, the puzzle there was probably pretty obvious even without the hints from Sahasrara, but whatever, we'll do what we can do. I got a compass! Hell yes! I can find the boss. Not really too useful just yet. The dungeons are still relatively small. I mean, this is only the second dungeon in the game. Although we are starting to get a little bit more complicated with the multi-level paths. Yes, Aghanim. It is still raining. Bombs are not able to be used. I'm sorry, but I'm in a dungeon right now. You guys are way behind me. This is one of the things where going fast, you're going to be pretty much ahead of what they're talking about. Sometimes they're going to be talking about things after you've already passed them by, but you have to remember that the original broadcast wasn't like this. It wasn't text. There was actually some guy talking to you as you played, so different times. But of course, this is the best we can do. And you can't pull that tongue, god damn it. There aren't many tongues you can pull in the original game, but I still instinctively pull on them whenever I go into a room because you never know something like that will happen. Anyway, something cool is about to happen, but it's about to be wasted. Yep, there it is. At 128, a Bombos spell emits from us somehow and kills everything on the screen, but I happen to be in an area where there's nothing on the screen, so it was totally wasted! I love me some Bombos too, and, you know, those of you who watched my Link to the Past LP know how much I love Bombos. I used it a lot. I'm pretty pissed about it right now, but that's okay. I'll get over it. Man, they're still going on about the witch's hut. I'm way past that, guys. I'm sorry. You are way behind. Also, as I mentioned earlier, there are a ton of hidden money caches in the game. You really want to check your map a lot while you're in dungeons, because there are a lot of hidden rooms, most of which only contain money, but like I said, I'm going in the spirit of the broadcast. I'm going to collect the hell out of some money. You never know, I might need it for something. Gotta keep unbanning my account on the forums. Now this room actually contains a room off to the right, and for the life of me, I don't know how to get to it. I'll be showing that off a little bit later here, but I bombed all over, couldn't find it. Anyway, you would think this is another money room, but it is not. This room actually contains something useful. The big key! Hell yes! We can now open the big door, as well as the giant chest, and get the dungeon item. Now, if you look above me on the map down there, there is a room to the north of me, so obviously I would bomb the wall over here, right? Either up here or down below. Yeah, nothing. That's interesting. Let's try down here. Oh, and apparently it's not raining outside anymore. Yeah, the mystery continues. So let me try tapping the wall. No, nothing. Well, whatever. One thing I didn't try was tapping the wall all the way down there in the water part, but whatever. It's probably just another room with money in it. Sorry, guys. Not gonna be 100% map squares. My bad. Anyway, let's have a boomerang. After getting done playing third quest and being used to that murder boomerang, this is, you know, quite a downgrade. We're back to the it only stuns enemies kind of thing. It's almost like I'm being punished for trying to pull in the tongues. Oh, and half of my time has passed already. I must hurry! That's okay, I got plenty of time. Now I say that, but you'll see by the third video, I'm actually going to be pretty close to the end of my time. But then again, I'll be doing optional stuff, you know. If you're only doing required stuff, you've got plenty of time to do it, really. They expect, you know, a child to be playing this game over the radio. Is the on the wall here? What's up here, of course? Damn it! We're like 0 for 6 or something on these tongues. 20. I'll do it. Whatever. Good enough. Let's go through the big door. Ooh, and we have a use for our boomerang already. We can net ourselves a key with that. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this in the first video. Yeah, I know I can do that. I don't know if I mentioned this in the first video, but there are actually 2 ways to bring up your item menu. You can push the start button, or you can push another button on your, you can push a different button. I think it's R Not really sure how I have it mapped out for my emulator here, but I think it's R. Anyway, it comes in from the right side. Now, for some reason, your bottled items don't show up on that, but they do show up when you push start. Not really sure what that's about, but whatever. I don't know if that's a glitch of the patches or if that was in the original broadcast. Not really sure. I wasn't in Japan in 1997, so I never played the original broadcast. Anyway, we paid off a thief to increase our bomb capacity. Pretty cool. In this game, like I said in the first video, there are thieves that do that. There's not like a guy hanging out in a hut that you throw powder into a keg or whatever it is. Yeah, gotta tackle this room from a different direction. Well, I mentioned earlier that I was getting unlimited bombs soon. I think I might have been misunderstanding what they were saying. So, that's not happening right now. Oh, and the fog is cleared. Nice. I was inside, though, so I didn't even know it was foggy. Also, we're getting a hint about how the ocarina works. They're telling you that if you play it, it will help you get outside of the dungeon. It basically brings you to the big main room of the dungeon, the entrance room. You can then go outside. It works just like the magic mirror did in the original Link to the Past. You know, since there's going to be no magic mirror in this game, obviously. Oh, and a heart piece has appeared in another waterfall. Man, we're just getting all kinds of information now. This is just an information bonanza. So yeah, basically when we leave the dungeon, there's going to be a heart piece out there waiting for us. It shows up right about this time. How it gets there, I don't know. Maybe it's just dropping from the sky. So much money. Yeah, I'll look into that shadow. It's actually... They're telling me about the entrance to this dungeon. I've been in it for a while, guys. I hate to break your, burst your bubble, but... They think they're helping, and I'll let them think that. Oh my god, one that actually works! Yes, finally. I've been waiting my whole life for that. Alright, I think I've done about as much damage as I could do money-wise in this dungeon. It's time to go fight the boss. And he is actually right beyond this door. It's time to fight the giant Moldorm! Hell yes. I wanted to release Lenny on him, but I'm looking here and he's not in the bottle. I thought that he was gone. I was actually pretty upset, but I found out later that bottled items for some reason don't show up when you pull up the menu that way. So I'll have to use the start menu. But whatever, he only takes 3 spin attacks and he's gone. Just as much of a pushover here as he is there. The only thing he doesn't have going for him is he doesn't have that thing where you fall down below. This hole doesn't lead to a room below, it just leads to the entrance. Yeah, mildly annoying at best. Anyway, we've gotten our second stone tablets. We were just on a roll with these things. And it's 1:35. We've actually completed everything we need to complete, that's required-wise for this broadcast. So everything else beyond this is going to be optional stuff. So I'm going to finish the video probably after these guys talk. So, oh, wow, look at that! We had another random spell happen. This time it was the ether spell. Yeah, that was, kind of useful, I guess. Whatever. I kind of miss just having them on demand, but I'll deal. The land of Hyrule is granting me something. Yeah, I guess they're explaining that the magic is just coming from the air, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this time, guys. I will see you next time for part 3 and the end of week 1. Later.